if you act out enough, you can move again. My ultimate goal was I'm gonna act out as much as I can to get back to mom. And then in the group home is when I really realized I'm not going back home. My mom and dad divorced when I was 4, and then not too long after, so either 6 months or a year after, she married Bobby when I was 4.5, and he abused me from the age of 4.5 to 5 till I was 6.5. Sometimes I'd be in my room and he would come in and touch me sexually, and then he had also beaten up my sister one night.
Carly was continually abused by her stepfather until he and her mother divorced.
We moved into a townhome with just me, my mom, and my sister. My mom just went off the rails and just started really heavy using drugs. All I know is we were always late for school. I'd come home sometimes and she wouldn't be at the bus stop. I came home from school one day instead of my sister, and my mom's best friend Shannon was there and said, hey guys, we're gonna go to my house, you're gonna stay with us for a little bit, you'll see your mom still. She just has to work on some things.
While Carly and her sister were staying with their mother's friend, Carly's biological father passed away. 2 months later, they were placed in the foster care system.
Our court date was March 10th of 2008. Next thing I know, 2 men are taking us away, and they took us and they put us in a car and they were driving us to someone we already knew that was a foster parent. And it was scary at first.
Carly and her sister ended up going through 3 foster homes together. Carly's main goal was to do whatever it took to return to her mother.
At that point, I was acting out to get back to mom. I would lie to them about something stupid. I wouldn't do my laundry, just stuff like that. We were supposed to be going to Disney in a couple weeks, and I had lost it. Next day, I packed my stuff up and I went to a group home for 6 months.
Carly's sister was adopted by their 3rd foster home, leaving Carly to face the group home alone.
I cried a lot. I didn't know what was gonna happen to me. To go to school and be picked up by a big van. To go to school and people kind of look at me like you don't have much. I felt like I'm gonna be in here till I'm 18. I'm going to finish my time in here.
While Carly was in the group home, she was made aware that her mother lost parental rights. Now Carly recognized that acting out wasn't going to take her back to her mother.
The more I thought about it, I was my mom can never have me again. My mom isn't my mom. She doesn't want me enough. She can't fix her to want me. It's just stuff like that that makes me to this day be you say you love me, but do you? You didn't love me enough to change what you were doing. You didn't love me enough to fight hard enough for me. You say you fought hard, but did you? Did you fight all you could?
As the holidays came closer, Carly's desire to have a family grew even stronger. And that's when Bob and Jeannie Baker came into the picture.
We just asked our foster agency, do you know of a child that is not allowed to go home and therefore would be in a group home that, over the holidays? And if so, we'd be more than happy to take them in. And that's how we got Carly.
So Courtney, my case manager, called me and goes, I found you a family. I had so much fun. We did karaoke, we watched the game, we ate so much good food, and it was just awesome. I was this is home, this is family, this is what it's supposed to be like.
She pretty much popped in and just lived as if she had lived there all along.
I fell asleep on the floor, and Bob said to Jeannie, she's ours.
After Thanksgiving, they stayed in touch. Then Bob and Jeannie asked if Carly wanted to come visit again.
So I came back for Christmas, and they sat me down at our dining room table, and they were like, well, do you want us to take you in?
We wanted to make sure if she wanted to be adopted, it was because she wanted to be adopted. We just wanted to make it very clear, if you live here, these are the kinds of things we do as a family, and so if you are okay with them, then by all means, we'll adopt you, and we'd be happy to bring you in.
At first, I guess I was shocked. I was like, yeah, I would love that. So I came in, and it just changed my perspective of maybe I'm not gonna grow up in a group home. Maybe I'm actually gonna have a family.
For Bob and Jeannie, they had 2 biological sons and originally didn't intend on adoption.
It wasn't really we're going to adopt children. It was more we're willing to open our house to the teenagers, give them an opportunity, and then If it becomes an adopting situation, God is calling us to do that, then yes, of course, we're going to do it. As time went on, it just ended up, there were situations where adoption was the perfect answer, so we said, okay.
Carly's adoption day finally arrived, and the Bakers family grew once again.
So they adopted me on October 17th, 2011. Then I changed my name from Carly Schlick to Carly Rachel Sheehan Baker. I took Jeannie's maiden name and Bob's last name and made it into my name because I felt as if this is my family. These are the people that chose me.
Thankfully for Carly, she was adopted into a family that understood the struggle of growing up through foster care.
You know, they've grown up with a lot of chaos and things like that, so it's kind of just another layer on top of that. And so a lot of the behaviors they had growing up in chaos helped them, but they don't help them anymore when they're in a family situation and they need to learn to grow as a family unit and mature on their own. A lot of the same behaviors are very detrimental. You know there's another family, and then you have a family in front of you that's not really your family, but they feel more like your family and they're helping you, and they're just dealing with this dichotomy of, I don't know how to deal with these emotions.
The Bakers have adopted 4 children, and their biological son Adam has been supportive all along the way.
Carly came in and she was a lot younger, so I would say actually adapting to that was quite a bit easier, partly just because I had the experience adapting with 2 before. My first advice would be to say, again, adjust to the concept that, they are your siblings, that, if you use those words around your friends, the more you use those words, period, the sooner it'll make sense.
Despite everything that Carly has gone through, her new family has shown her what a healthy family relationship looks like.
My mother, Jeannie, is my mother. Like, I will fully tell Michelle, my biological mother, Jeannie's my mom. And it's crazy that a woman that didn't know me, that had only heard things about me, took me in after knowing me for 2 months and then adopted me 10 months later. It's insane. You can go through hell and you can come back. I love it. I love my family.